welcome back to Wayne Goldsboro Television. Glad to have you with us. I'm Kim Best.
And I'm Wayne Alley, and we do indeed thank you for being with us today, the last day of September. And you know what? It's the only last day of September this month.
You're so right and so smart, Wayne.
Well, I'm not kidding about it. I'm very serious about my calendar.
Are you?
My calendar information, yes. And I hope your calendar is good to you, too.
And we have a great show today. We have Kate Daniels on. She's the director over at the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, and she's here to fill us in on all kinds of activities happening with the Chamber. We also have the director or administrator of, let's see, community development. I couldn't remember. Community development with the city of Goldsboro. Shacole was in, and she is here to talk about community block grants and many other things that are quite inviting and quite interesting to learn about. She gives all kinds of details about programs that the city offers through community development. You don't want to miss it. You may not have heard of those.
Yeah. Okay, well, Kim, today's Monday, of course. That means we just got through a weekend, and I hope everyone went to the fair this past weekend.
That's right. If not, you'll have many other opportunities.
You'll have all this week to go to the fair. All right, and of course, Saturday will be the last major day, and of course, Sunday they'll pack up and leave. Okay, so get with the program and go to the fair. There's a lot going on tonight at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair.
Yes.
Let's see here. Today, the 30th. The gates open, of course, at 4 p.m. The Powers Great American Midway opens up. And did you know that the Powers Great American Midway is the same Powers Great American Midway that goes to the State Fair after they leave Wayne County?
Really? That's nice.
That's the State Fair rides. Start here before they go there.
So you get a little taste of it here.
You do, and in fact, they kind of used Wayne County to help set things up, you know, to make sure everything is in place. There's never a question about safety with here in North Carolina, because our standards of testing here in Wayne in the state, the entire state, these rides are inspected by state officials, and if one bolt is not tight, if one bolt is out of place, if something is just not right, that ride doesn't go. It shuts the whole ride down.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. So you can be assured that the rides are safe here at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair.
What else is happening?
Well, the vocational competition, that will be tonight with carpentry, will be taking place. Let's see here. Whoops, I see a mistake there. It says the spelling bee is tonight, but it's not. It's Tuesday night. Let's see. We also have the Almost Amazing Rex, and Dana Ryan will be at the Kidsville stage. Nick's Kids Show, the Wicked Bull at the Grandstand, Mike Bishop, a hypnotist.
Okay.
Will be there. He'll be at the East Pavilion stage, Almost Amazing Rex as well. Anyway, lots of stuff going on, especially for the youngsters tonight at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair.
Yay! Yay. And if you need something else to do tonight, don't forget, this month is all about jazz at Wayne Community College in the Moffitt Auditorium. They are having a collaboration between the Foundation of Wayne Community College, the Arts Council of Wayne County, and the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, and they're starting their big jazz extravaganza. Yeah. It's actually called a jazz gumbo.
Jazz gumbo.
That's right. That's right. Tonight they're having, this is the kickoff. It starts at 7 o'clock p.m. Come on out and hear some jazz and enjoy what is going to be happening all throughout the next month.
Cool.
7 p.m. tonight, Wayne Community College. Everything is free
through
the Jazz Gumbo.
Oh boy, it is
That's
free.
Right.
Oh,
can't beat that.
Can't beat that at all.
What about what's happening soon? It's going to be taking place on October the 12th. Do you remember what's happening?
October 12th, Columbus Day.
Well, it's downtown Goldsboro. I'll give you that hint.
Downtown Goldsboro.
It's all about food.
Christopher Goldsboro.
No.
Discovers
Taste of Wayne? Woo!
I knew that. I knew that.
That's what it is. The big traditional Taste of Wayne is happening on October the 12th. It starts at 11. It'll go until 1:30. $15 are the tickets. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss this one.
For 15 bucks, you're going to get a taste of all these different restaurants throughout our community. Last year, it was fantastic. You will not leave hungry. You'll leave full.
You'll leave full. You will not leave hungry.
Well, this year they've added art vendors are going to be there. Local artists and artists throughout our state will be there showcasing their art and what they've done. And you can purchase it if you're so interested. And there'll be lots of things to see and do. Music is going to be playing. There'll be a band right there at Cornerstone Commons. Yeah.
This is at Cornerstone Commons.
Yeah.
Downtown Goldsboro.
October the 12th. You want to get your ticket.
Yes.
You can find it at on their website. You can also find it on their Facebook page, all about United Way.
So that's
Way
at
and Wayne.
Way and Wayne. Yeah, that's at South Center Street and Chestnut, I believe it is.
That's
All right.
right.
Oh,
Don't
boy,
want
I
to
can't
miss
wait.
that.
Yeah, I'll be
Taste of
there.
Wayne.
I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
I'll be there. All right, looking forward to it. Let's see what else we have. Birthdays for today.
That's
Today is the
right.
30th of the month. The nanny
Yes.
is having a birthday. Fran
Is
Drescher.
she? I love her.
Fran Drescher is having a birthday. She is
makes me
quite a
laugh.
woman. In her real life, she has had in recent years some heartache.
Really?
Some heartache, but being the person she is, she took advantage of that and turned it around.
Good
And
for
she
her.
is a very strong person, and I
Funny,
admire
funny.
her. I admire her a lot. She's Fran Drescher. She's having a birthday, 55 years today.
Good for her. Happy birthday.
Yes, and also a birthday for, chances are Johnny Mathis is having a birthday today.
You think?
You like that?
I like that. How old is he?
And he's 77 years today.
77.
77. A birthday today for Angie Dickinson, the Hollywood actress.
Oh, yeah.
Is starring with John Wayne in Rio Bravo, one of my favorites. But she was also played a detective on television. I can't remember the name of it. Detective somebody. Anyway, Jenna Elfman, she is 81 today, Angie Dickinson is. Jenna Elfman having a birthday, the free spirit, if you will.
Yes.
Dharma Montgomery, and in fact, she's very much like that character in real life.
Is she?
Yeah. She's 41 years
She's very
today.
good at what she does.
She is good at what she does. We're still trying to figure out what that is, though. That's the problem. She's 41 today. Birthday for Marilyn McCoo, the Fifth Dimension Beauty, is 69 years today. She and Billy Davis Jr., her husband, singing It Takes Two, anyway, with the Fifth Dimension. Marty Stewart, the country singer and country music star, he's 54. And Greg Brady's having a birthday today. Barry Williams turns 58 years today.
And Barry has been to Goldsboro many times.
That he has.
Well,
All
happy
right.
birthday to each and every one of you. If it's your special day. And why don't you stay tuned and let's check out what's happening at the Chamber of Commerce and with community development with the City of Goldsboro. We're so happy to have in the studio today Shacole Simpson Carter. She is the Community Development Administrator with the City of Goldsboro, and she's here to talk about those programs and how they can affect the people and the citizens of our community. Welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
We're so glad to have you, and you're going to talk about two programs today.
Yes.
One is the Home Buyers Assistance Program, and then the Homeowner Rehabilitation Program.
Yes.
Well, Shacole, tell me about yourself first, if you will. Tell me how long you've been with the City of Goldsboro and what you do.
Well, I've been with the city for 3 years. I started out as the Rehab Community Development Specialist. And then last August, I became interim Community Development Administrator. And just recently, I became the Administrator.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well, tell me about the Home Buyers Assistance Program, what that is, who funds it, and who can be a part of this program and take advantage of it.
Well, the program is mainly geared for low to moderate income residents within the Wayne County area. Based on whatever HUD Section 8 limit is, it's published every year.
Well, tell us what HUD is.
HUD is Housing and Urban Development, U.S. Housing, Urban and Development, where we receive our funding. Each year the City of Goldsboro, as an entitlement city, receives funding from HUD for two programs, which is called Community Development Block Grant and the Home Program. Through those two funding sources is where we develop our programs and activities for each year. And the Home Buyer Assistance Program and the Homeowner Rehabilitation Program are under those umbrellas.
So it may be different each year?
Yes.
Okay.
Our funding amount is different each year, and it's based on the census population. So if your census population is a certain level, it could be much higher than the previous year, or if it's lower, of course your allocation is lower. But with the Home Buyer Assistance Program, as I said, it's geared at low to moderate income residents. And what the main focus of that program is to make homes affordable for that population of residents. We provide down payment assistance up to $30,000 to a potential candidate. Based on your income, it could be less. And also, if the mortgage loan that you are trying to attain requires less, then you wouldn't get the whole $30,000.
Right.
So it's, as I said, those are the deciding factors.
Income-based.
Yes, income-based, and determined by how much the banks feel that you need for a down payment to be able to make that home affordable.
So the entire purpose of the Home Buyers Assistance Program is to get those families in homes of their own.
Yes.
And to break that cycle of living in public housing,
Housing,
and let them have the feeling and the satisfaction of living and owning their own home and showing their children.
Yeah.
how to break that cycle and change their lives.
Yeah, and that is our primary goal, you know, that we really want to break the cycle. We want to make a home affordable, that 2 years from now that you're not at risk of foreclosure. So with the down payment assistance that is provided, it also lowers your mortgage payment. So we try to make it where we're not setting you up for failure, that we're out there doing our best to help you to obtain that home, make it affordable, and make it affordable for an extended period of time, not just
so
for that
you'll
moment.
be successful.
Yeah, and so that is what our program is mainly geared at. You know, there's an application process, and from the time that we receive an application from an applicant, it could take up to a week to process, maybe sooner. If everything that is required for that application to be processed is in our hands at time of receipt, it could be sooner.
And all this is available on the City of Goldsboro's website under Community Development. Okay.
Or they can contact our office, and we would gladly to mail it to them. Email, I've emailed to people, or you know, if they want to come in.
But you'll walk them through the steps.
Yes, we try to be there at every point of this process, because we know that this is a scary point, even though it can be a very happy point in a person's life, because they're gonna, oh God, I'm gonna purchase a home, I have my own home, the big backyard, the picket fence, but it's also a scary thing.
Anytime we do something new and different than what we're accustomed to, it is a scary time. So you all walk people through the steps from the very first call to your office, asking, are they eligible, and how do they find out if they're eligible to be a part of this program? You'll walk them through the steps, through getting the loan, if they meet all the requirements, to turning that key and walking in that new home. We
even deliver our checks to the closer.
There you go.
So with the program, it's not a grant, it's a deferred payment loan. And what that means is, as long as that home buyer stays in that home for a specific time, which is determined by the amount of assistance that's provided, they will have so much of that loan forgiven each year, and they will not have to pay any of that down payment assistance back. And we even offer assistance with closing costs.
My goodness.
So
you really do try every effort to make sure a family is successful and they live in this home long term. Well, Shakole, can you give us an example of a success story that you've had here in Goldsboro?
Well, recently, not this year, but I'll say about a year and a half ago, we had a family that lived in public housing. And the mother and father actually were raised in public housing. They had 4 children. And they really wanted to provide not that there's anything wrong with public housing, but just provide a different environment for their children.
Right.
And so when they contacted us, it was like, okay, you know, you could tell in the urgencies in their voice, and you were just we've got to do whatever. And it was to the point where, like, even after hours, we were calling and talking, just going through each step with them, and they would call and ask us questions. They were so nervous about everything. And they were able to purchase a home off of Spence Avenue, and it is a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And sometimes when I'm going home, I ride by and I see them playing in the yard, the children, and it's a wonderful thing. I mean, even after we provide assistance to some of our families, we try to stay in contact with them to make
support system for them.
Yeah, and you know, see what other needs they may have that come arise. And you know, with everyone that gets homebuyer assistance, we provide a homebuyer education course for them through Consumer Credit Counseling Service.
Excellent.
So before they close on that home, they are getting detailed information and knowledge on how to maintain a home, how to maintain your mortgage, what to do with, let's say, the plumbing
with any situation that may happen.
And it's an 8-hour course on one Saturday of a quarter we do, and we just go over so much about what happens when you own a home and how to maintain that home. And it's a wonderful experience to start with a family and see it to the end, and to be a part of that. You know, to be a part of that. It's almost like, you know,
you yourself are feeling such a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, and it's almost like that's each home. That's my home.
They're your children. They're your families.
And it's wonderful. And you develop a bond, and it's wonderful. And for us at the Community Development Department at the City of Goldsboro, we want the citizens to know that we're here for them. We want to do as much as we can and provide as much assistance that we can that will make their lives a lot more easier.
Oh yes, and just change the whole cycle. It can possibly change their lives, their children's, and it can go on long term. Well, Shakole, it sounds like you love your job. and that you're very good at it and very passionate about it, and that's what it takes for success, is to have somebody who loves and wants to try to help others. Well, explain to me what the homeowner rehabilitation program is.
That program also is, as I said earlier, all the funding that we receive from HUD has to be for low to moderate income residents. But that funding source there or program is mainly geared at helping homeowners who own their home to be able to maintain what HUD calls a suitable living environment. If a home is starting to deteriorate,
Right.
it's no longer can be affordable, and a person can be displaced. And that's something, one of our goals at the City of Goldsboro with HUD is to prevent displacement and prevent a home from losing its affordability or not being affordability. So what we do is we provide funding as a deferred loan grant, or it could be a 0% grant, loan, or a 2% loan, where we provide funding to rehab your home. If it's the plumbing, electrical, let's say you need a new roof or flooring, we go in, we assess whatever the repairs needs to be, we put a bidding process out, we acquire the contractors, and we monitor the process of a contractor doing the work in your home. And
Wow.
to me, that is a great opportunity, especially for the senior community. A lot of them, we've got calls where they're having problems with the flooring or roof, and they just don't know how to go about getting someone, don't know how to talk to a contractor, and are so afraid of someone just coming in and ripping them off.
Right.
And with the City of Goldsboro, we're there. We're policing each situation, and we're making sure, and our contractors are certified, and they are good contractors. So we know we don't bid anything out to anyone that's not a reputable contractor. So we've done a lot of work where we've done what we call HUD calls substantial rehab, anything that's over $25,000, where a home might have asbestos or lead. We will go in and test for that. We will abate that, as well as do the repairs to your home. So you could step away with a home that, as I said, was deteriorating and wasn't affordable anymore because you needed new windows.
Right.
You know, and your energy bill was so much, and you could walk away with a energy sufficient home, new windows, a new roof, flooring, plumbing, electrical, whatever it will take to make that home be suitable and livable. That's what we do.
Well, Shakol, it sounds like they are two wonderful programs and very needed programs in our community and other communities as well. We appreciate what you do. We appreciate the continued efforts to work with long-term, the different citizens that go through this particular program and continue to stay with it, and you staying on top of it.
Yeah.
We appreciate what you do, and we thank you so much for coming to WGTV and explaining it to our community, because you never know who's watching. And if you're out there and you think you might be eligible for one of these programs, you can give Shakol a call. You can visit the City of Goldsboro's website and find out more about it. We thank you so much for being with us today, Shakol, and this is what's happening with the City of Goldsboro. Joining me in the studio today is Kate Daniels, President of Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Let's find out what's happening in your community. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Kim.
So, Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, as always, has a long list of activities for those of us that are chamber members, those that are potential chamber members.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
they can participate. Tell us about some of those.
That's right. Wayne County Chamber of Commerce has events throughout the whole year. And I know being in Wayne County, you know, I'm still hearing people say, there's nothing going on, there's not a lot to do. And I love watching the show because you find out what's going on in this community. So y'all do a great job. And the chamber, we don't have a busy season per se. It's throughout the
It's a
whole
busy year, right?
It is. It's a busy year, but it's wonderful. And right now, I'll tell you, we are in the throes of our TRC, and that stands for Total Resource Campaign. And that's what the chamber does annually for a 7-week period. We raise all the funds needed to run the chamber in 7 weeks for the following year.
That's fantastic.
And it is. And I told so many people this, that, you know, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And this is one of those situations. We are going to raise the money to run all the programs and facilitate them and all the events for the coming year. And the beautiful thing about it is our members who are planning, you know, they're planning their own budgets and sponsorships and, you know, where they want to be in the spotlight for the coming year. They know way in advance.
Right,
So
because they can pick and choose
That's
what
right.
they would like to sponsor
That's
for
right.
the entire year.
That's right. All the events we do, I'm going to tell you are important, and they are. But to certain businesses and industries, you know, there are certain key points that they want to be included in. So this way we unfold to the whole community. Okay, here's the coming events. Here's the dates when they're applicable. Sometimes we just have to put the month in 2014. A description of the event, and how it works is former sponsors get first right of refusal.
Great.
You know, it's perfect because, you know, the city and the county are gracious sponsors of some of our events and many other business and industry. So if they've sponsored in the past, they get first right of refusal. And there's all kinds of opportunities. The staff has done a wonderful job of putting this together. Laura Landers kind of cheerleads this up from the staff end and has put together this beautiful book. So it's easy to follow, and it's good for our our businesses. And the other reason why I love this so much is we're able to focus on good quality programs and not, hey, you know, we could do a forum on this, let's get it together. And then we scramble together. These are, they're just very well put together programs. And I think anybody that has attended programs since we've done this in particular has been pleased with it.
Where can they see some of these events? Where do they need to go? Where does the community need to have as their resource to find out times and dates, and what types of events there are?
Sure. Contact the chamber, and we will share all this information. Our information is on our website, and we are continuing to upload that. That's something that I love also about this show is not only are y'all sharing information in the community, but it is helping the city and the county and this whole community work together so we're not competing for dates. Because there's a lot of great events.
There
and
really
you know,
are.
if there's something going on in Mount Olive, I want to know about it so we don't plan something, you know, somewhere else in the community. So that's a great thing. So there's lots of opportunities to get involved. We have about 38 volunteers that have stepped up and wanted to take the charge with us and are leading the charge. There's great incentives for them. And so it's a great program. And Marion Mason brought it in 2011. She was president during that time, and she had been at other chambers where they've done it and been successful, and
that
she was
sort
spot
of
on with it.
A new task, a new way to raise funds for our chamber, because before it had been like all throughout the year, correct?
Right.
So this
and
is
you know,
awesome.
and then businesses, you know, we listened to our members, and they said it's hard to plan that way. Coming from a marketing background before I got here, you know, I had a set budget for the year. Well, you plan it all out.
That's right.
So if you hear about an event and there's an opportunity to sponsor, well, I sure would love to do it, but you know, all my funds are allocated. And I'll tell you, you know, speaking of events, you can go to our website, you can call, reach out to us. But in the past couple of weeks, we've had several very successful events, one of which was the quarterly hot topic that the Wayne County Economic Development put on, and Dr. Michael Walden came. He's a renowned economist from NC State. The following day, we had a legislative update with our 5 legislators. That was sponsored by the Goldsboro News Argus. Both events brought in about 150 attendees.
That's wonderful.
So it's great information. We produce great quality programs, and they're fun, and we have got fabulous partners in this community.
Well, if someone is interested in becoming a member of the Chamber of Commerce, what should they do?
Reach out to the chamber. They can go online and you can apply online, get information online. You can now pay online. Sometimes it's easier for people to do that, or just reach out. You can go online, and it's got our office number, it's got my cell phone number and email, and I'll be happy to come and sit down with you and talk to you about the benefits of being a chamber member.
And there's a lot laid out right there for you on your website.
Sure, yes.
Details of what advantages there are to being a chamber member, and there are a long list.
They're tremendous.
You just have to reach out and take advantage of it.
That's right. And you know, something, I talked to somebody the other week, and they said, I'm just starting out with my business, you know, I just don't need to spend the money right now. And I told them, you can't afford not to. For a small business, and that's what most of the businesses are, the investment is $311 for the year. So you divide that by 12. And you know, we're talking about $28 a month. You get exposure on our website, events, programs, resources. Resources is a big one, especially for small businesses, you know, that resources. And for larger industries as well. There's so many benefits that I would love to sit down and speak with people about. But we have about 525 businesses at our chamber. And I have been on the job for just a few months, and I've spent a lot of time looking at other chambers. And I'll tell you what I have found is we should be very proud of our chamber. we have in our region, for the size chamber we are, the quality programs, the quality of life in Wayne County, we really are a model community.
That's
and
wonderful
we
to
have
hear.
many things to celebrate in this community. And I know City of Goldsboro, we've just gotten some great announcement with the city, and
Yes, we're
I think
thrilled.
it's a special time in Wayne County.
It really is. And I agree with you. I think moving forward, we're going to see a lot of changes. We're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of growth. We're going to see a lot of influx of,
Right.
of new life
Right.
and creativeness in our community. And we can celebrate what we've already done
That's
through
right.
the years.
That's
But
right.
I agree. I think our community should be very proud
That's right.
to say you live and you work in Goldsboro and Wayne County.
That's right. Absolutely. So we've got, you know, we, as along with everybody in this community, have a lot of great things going on. And I tell you, I think there's some very important conversations that are taking place. And for years, I think this community has celebrated working together, and I think we're continuing to foster that. And it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
All about collaboration.
That's right.
That's
That's
how
right.
you get things done,
That's
right?
right.
Well, thank you for being with us, Kate. If you want to find out more about the events that are happening at the Chamber of Commerce, I believe your website is waynecountychamber.com.
You got it, girl.
There you go. Check out their website. It's a beautiful new, relatively new website. You can find out all the events that are happening, the times, the locations, what it's all about, and if you'd like to find out more about being a chamber member, information is there as well. Well, thank you for being with us, Kate.
Thank you so much.
We always appreciate it, and this is what's happening at Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television, WGTV Today.
A quick reminder that if you happen to miss parts of the program or you just want to see the whole thing over again, join us again at noon. Who would want to do that? Join us at noon and then again at 5:30 this afternoon and then again at some point during the evening hours. And of course, we replay these over the weekend as well.
And guess what? We're also on YouTube.
We are on YouTube. You
Yes,
can go
we
to
are.
waynegov.com and click on the link on the right side of the page, the YouTube link, and then click on recent, what do they call it, recent uploads, okay, and then you'll find us there. That's at waynegov.com. What about the city, Kim?
Well, with the city, you can go to our website, which is goldsboronc.gov. Click on the YouTube link once again, and you'll see Wayne Goldsboro TV or WGTV Today. It's in a playlist, and it has every single one of the YouTubes that we have recorded through the year. I couldn't get it out. Sometimes it just happens.
A quick reminder to please give blood. The Red Cross is looking for your blood. I want your blood. Go to redcrossblood.org on the net, on the internet, and type in your zip code, and a list will appear
That's right.
of blood drives in the area. All right, today is Monday. That means tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow being October 1. Hope you enjoyed this month and looking forward to the next one. So
Can't
if you will,
believe it's October
I know,
already.
Can you believe that? We're at the end of the third quarter.
This is all of our birthday months.
First and goal. That's right.
On this crowd.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yep.
So we'll be back tomorrow. Join us again if you will, please. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.